Welcome. Today we're going to talk about common Facebook marketing mistakes. I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes my clients have done in the past and people have told me to do in the past that were clearly mistakes to help you avoid them and make the most of your Facebook marketing. We're going to start over here. This is one of the first big mistakes that people make. They think that having 5,000 friends or trying to have more than 5,000 friends is Facebook marketing. And this is what many people told me when I started marketing on Facebook. I only have about 200 or 300 friends, probably 250, 300 friends on Facebook. And these are actually people that I know and that I'm friendly with, which on its own is mind-boggling that I would have that many people that I'm actually friendly with. But these are people that I know, that live in my neighborhood, that are part of my life, part of my community. And that's what you want your friends on Facebook to be. You want your friends on Facebook to actually be your friends. This is not the place for you to have a public forum or to feel popular. It's a waste because your newsfeed is going to be filled with garbage and your Facebook account is going to be totally flooded with things that you're not interested in. And besides, we're talking about marketing a business and trying to make money using Facebook, and having a million friends is not the way to do it. The way you do it is you create a page and you have people like that page. You create a passionate community around yourself and you market to that community. We're going to talk about that in this session here. So this is why is it a problem to have 5,000 friends, and how is this really not helping you with your Facebook marketing? That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. So the reason is because if you have a business, let's say your business is selling golf clubs, your friends are probably not your ideal customers for selling golf clubs to. Maybe a few of them. That's kind of like standing out on the street on the corner and handing out flyers and expecting that some people will probably want to buy golf clubs from you, but the majority will just take the paper and throw it in the garbage and move on. That's the thing with having 5,000 friends and expecting that to help your business. It's not going to help your business at all. What you need are targeted customers. So if we're selling golf clubs, we're going to create an ad and we're going to target people that are passionate about golf, and we're going to target people that love Golf Magazine and things related to golf, and those are our ideal customers. And then as we post content to a Facebook page, we're going to post content to people that really want to see that content. We're going to get interaction, and that's how you market on Facebook. So this idea of having a million friends, you don't even need one friend on Facebook to market. It's totally meaningless. Your friends should be your friends and business your business. Well, one of the things that confuses people is, should I build a page or should I build a group on Facebook? And this is confusing because when Facebook started, they didn't have these public pages for people to build and for people to like. They had Facebook groups, and so businesses and people got into building Facebook groups when really what they should have been doing is building pages. So I'll just make it simple for you. You want to build a page. You want to build a group that's group. That's fine. But a group is exactly what it sounds like. It's a closed community. You can have an open group, of course, but it limits your ability to reach out to people. What you really want to do is create a page. And that's pretty simple to do. I'm going to just move the screen over here. So you can see up here, we've got, you go to facebook.com/pages/create. And then you'll see the options over here. You can make all different kinds of pages for a local business, company, organization, brand, or product. It depends what you're trying to do. But your goal now is to create a page. And this is a page that you want people to like. And it's a page that you want people to interact with. This is how we're marketing on Facebook now. And I just want to explain this process before I get too far into it. I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint over here. Maybe I'm not going to bring up my PowerPoint over here. Okay, it's coming up slowly, so we'll come back to that. What you want to do on Facebook is you want to use Facebook for lead generation. You want to use Facebook to basically take people off of Facebook. And that's one of the mistakes that people often make. trying to get back over here. Okay. So another mistake that people make is they think that marketing on Facebook is simply to tell your friends about your page. So people will create a page, and then, Facebook encourages you to do this. Here, I'll show you over here. They'll say, tell your friends about this page. You see over here, suggest Better Parenting Summit to your friends. And so you click on all these things. Now, these are probably not your ideal customers. And so you're sending people an invitation to a page that they're probably not interested in. And the real problem with this is that your friends will probably like it simply because they like you and they want to be nice to you. But they're not your ideal customers. All of these friends that I have over here, these are my friends, and some of them are my ideal customers, but the majority of them are not. So just sending out an invitation to all your friends, look, it can't hurt, but it's really not going to help you that much. Okay, so now that I was able to bring up this presentation over here, I want to, let's see if I can open this over here. All right, we're just going to leave it like this. So I want to share this concept over here and tell you how Facebook works and one of the mistakes that people make. So you see this like box over here. What we're doing is we're building a page. We're building a page like this. Let me go back and show you over here. We're building a page like I have over here with the Better Parenting Summit. And this is a page that people were posting content and people are interacting with the content. And from this page, our goal is to get people off of Facebook. So we're trying to send new likes to this page. That's the likes over here. And those likes are going to interact, hopefully, with our content. If our content is relevant and we're giving people what they want, then they're going to leave us comments and they're going to share it with their friends and they're going to like the content. And by sharing it with their friends, it's going to lead to more likes. Now, that's a viral, that would be building an audience virally on Facebook. But that doesn't work like it used to. Facebook has changed things. They need to make money now. So they're making sure that you have to pay in order to have more likes. And that's okay, because we can do that really cheaply. And I'll explain that briefly over here. I'll have to explain that in another tutorial. Another time, how to get very, very cheap likes. I've been getting likes for 1 cent and sometimes less than 1 cent by ultra targeting, giving an emotional image and the right text in the ad. And anyhow, I'll have to explain that another time. So we're building likes on a page like this. Or here I have another page over here, the Pitbull Lovers page. So we're building likes on a page like this. And then our goal is to get people off of Facebook. So you see, we want to get them to opt in. Depends on what your goal is. Either to opt in or simply to go to your website and then eventually get to a landing page. Because there's really no money to be made on Facebook. And this is one of the mistakes that people think. They think that Facebook is like AdWords, is like Google. And Facebook and Google, even though they're big monsters on the internet, they're totally different animals. So I guess that's appropriate. I have an animal picture up here. That's something that I guess we could talk about in a future session. But the general idea is, when you're doing a search on Facebook, on Google, here, let's bring up a little Google search over here. Let's go to google.com, and I'm going to type in pit bulls. Okay, so, and since I'm doing this in another country, I'm going to make sure that I get the USA results by doing this. And that's interesting. I thought that I would see some ads over here. Okay, we see one ad related to pit bulls. So let's go a little broader. Let's go dogs, and I'm sure that several ads will come up for there. Well, that's interesting. Let me make sure that I've got the US results here. And there we go. Okay, whatever it is. It's probably because of my geolocation. So when we're doing a search, let's go back to our example of golf clubs. There we go. That's what I expected to see, some golf clubs show up there. So you type in golf clubs, and you see we've got advertising for golf clubs. So if I had a page on Facebook for golf clubs, which I guess we can do, let's go over to Facebook and see who's advertising for golf clubs. Okay. Golf clubs. Let's see who's creating a community. No, we didn't want that. Didn't want the search there. Golf clubs. Golf clubs. That's really interesting. I thought that there would be some type of page for golf clubs that had a lot of likes, and there really isn't. So that could be an opportunity for us. Okay, anyhow, let's take this page over here. So somebody who is advertising golf clubs on Google, they're spending money here. Somebody's typing in a search, and they're either doing SEO over here or they're paying for their AdWords over here, and they're hoping that somebody will click on this ad. It'll take them to a site where they'll make a purchase. Facebook doesn't work like that. Facebook, we're creating a community, and eventually we're trying to get this community to come off of Facebook and buy something from us or sign up for our list. So totally different animals. All right, let's go back over here for a second. One of the big mistakes that I see people making is listening to Facebook. See over here where it says get more likes. So it's going to give us, if we pay $10 a day for likes, it's going to give us an estimated 3 to 31 likes per day. Now that's paying quite a lot of money. Let's say that we actually got 8 likes for that. Okay, so we're going to take $10 and divide it by 8. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I always did really well in math. Okay, 10 divided by 8 is $1.25. So that means we would be paying, if we got this estimated 8 likes per day paying $10, we would be paying $1.25 a day. And if we divide it by 31, we would be paying 32 cents, which is not too bad. But for this particular page, I've been paying less than 1 cent a like. You see these 6,171 likes, which is growing every day. These I paid about $140 for these 6,000 likes. So let's see, what does that come out to be? I'll just close the calculator. Okay, about 140 divided by 6,000. That means I'm paying a little more than 2 cents a like. Okay, and lately I've been paying less than 1 cent a like. So that's the average over time. And so one of the mistakes that people make, which is what I was trying to say over here, is they listen to Facebook. And you want to ignore this over here. What you want to be doing is using the Power Editor. Take a look at the Power Editor over here. The way you get to the Power Editor is you can either type in facebook.com/ads/manage/Power Editor, or when you're managing your Facebook ads, there's a little link on the side over here that'll say Power Editor, and that way you get to the Power Editor. Now, the Power Editor is something that I actually want to talk about a little bit later, but I see that I'm going off, and eventually I'll cover all the topics. So this is one of the big mistakes that people make, because with Facebook advertising, you have to get a high click-through rate. You can see over here, my click-through rates are not so great over here. Here was one. This is the Better Parenting Summit that I was talking about before, and it's got a little bit over a 1% click-through rate. Oh, here you can see this is my Gary Vaynerchuk interview. That's got a little over a almost a 2% click-through rate. So these click-through rates need to be high. The higher the click-through rates are, the less you're going to pay per click. This is kind of a separate topic of getting into the advertising and the details of the advertising. I just wanted to share with you that the Power Editor is really the key to using Facebook as a true marketing tool. Otherwise, you're going to pay a fortune for it. Okay, so let's get back over here. Let's talk about this for a second. Another mistake that people make is they believe that Facebook, here, let's move that over here. They believe that Facebook is, and I don't want to mix this up again, a means to an end. Nope, it's an ends to a mean. That always confuses me. Anyhow, they think that it's the Facebook is the end of the road, but it's really not. It's simply the road to bring people off of your site, which is what we were talking about before. So there's all kinds of software out there. This is something called Fanboom. And what you want to do is you want to get people to interact with your page and get them off of Facebook, signing up through either some type of app or a sign-up form or whatever it is. And that's one of the mistakes that people make, that they just build these communities, build and build and build and build, and they don't know what to do with it. There was a guy who came to me and he said, listen, I've got a friend that's got over 1 million likes on his page. He doesn't know what to do with it. How does he make some money from it? So you get to the point where you have 1 million likes and you have no idea what to do with it. That's pretty crazy. The answer is you get people off. Okay, here let's take a look at the Pitbull Lovers page over here. This guy, and this is pretty amazing. If we look at when it was founded, and we click over here, it was founded in April of 2013, which now we're in early July of 2013. So this is only a few months old. And this guy already has 135,000 plus likes. And I was looking at this page just the other day, and it had 134,000. So most likely he's paying for advertising. Pitbulls would be a very, very easy thing to advertise. You just put up a cute picture of a pitbull like that, and you say something like, love pitbulls, click here, and you're going to get really, really cheap likes. You might even want to do it by impression. If you target the right people, you'll pay even less per impression, and you can pay even less than 1 cent a like. So this guy is building a big page, and he's got a lot of people coming to it. And let's look at a couple of things here. Okay, I want to show you how he's making money from this page, and I want to show you what's going on here. So you can see that he's using the same text: cute equals like, ugly scroll, which probably he gave to some VA who doesn't speak English really well. This person probably said, I shouldn't necessarily say that's a he, it could be a she, I'm not sure who the person is that's running this page. But this person probably told their VA, just go to Google Images, type in pitbulls, take some cute pictures of pitbulls, and in every single post, write cute equals like, ugly equals scroll. And you can see people do like this. We've got 1,650 people that like this, and 33 shares, and something similar over here, and plenty of comments over here. Now, how would this guy be monetizing the page? Let me find over here. He's got a link off of this page. Okay, that's the only way that he's going to be making money from this. And here you can see. This is it right here. This is funny. Dog decides cat is dirty, needs a bath. It's not even proper English here. Okay, and it says here, video click. So we've got a cute picture. We've got 427 likes. We've got shares. We've got comments here. And if you click on the picture, you're not going to see a video, but you came here to see a video. So you can see he has video and then the arrows, and it says click here. This is going to take us supposedly to our video. Now, what this is most likely going to do is take us to a web page that has some AdSense ads running on it. And you can see over here, this is very interesting. This is petshealth.net. That's pets, here, let me bring the screen over here. Pets.health.net. And this is a throwaway site. I can just tell you that by looking at it. There's nothing here. There's no actual content here. There are passionate people. We can see the comments over there. This is for sure a WordPress site. And there's nothing but AdSense ads, a picture, the smallest piece of text you could possibly put, another AdSense ad, and then finally the video. So this guy is making money by posting images on his Facebook page, getting people to interact, having people want to watch the video, then they're coming over to his site and they're seeing the video, but first they're seeing lots of advertising. Now, I'm in Israel. You can see that the text over here is in Hebrew. And so this is not geo-targeted for me. I'm sure that there are no appropriate ads for me. But if I was in the United States, you would probably see very appropriate ads for dog lovers and as soon as they click, this guy is getting paid. So that's how this whole process is working. That's how he's making money using Facebook ads over here. Using a fan page on Facebook over here. Okay, so now this is interesting. This was something that I brought up the other day. This is dog2care.net. I'll just bring this up over here so you can see that. Dog2care.net. And this is just another site that this guy made. I guess he doesn't want to get in trouble linking out too much to the same site. So he made multiple sites, and he's linking out to them from his Pitbull page here. So he probably also has multiple AdSense accounts in case one of them gets banned, which is pretty darn smart. Okay. So another mistake that I see people making, and social media for children, is it the new evil? That's really not what I wanted to talk about, although we have a very, in my house, I'll just tell you, we have a very strict diet of how much the kids are allowed to use the computer, and they're not allowed to use Facebook, which is very interesting because their father makes a living online, and I actually have several clients that I do Facebook marketing for. But Facebook doesn't really match with living an Orthodox Jewish lifestyle. So my kids are not really allowed on Facebook. They're not allowed on Facebook at all, actually. Okay, so what's the mistake that people make over here? They think that since their kids or their niece or their nephew or somebody who's just younger than them spends a lot of time on Facebook, then they must understand Facebook, and so they give them to manage their Facebook account and give them responsibility for creating a page and managing the page. But that's like somebody who has a solar farm and they give it to their kid and they say, you run the solar farm. And the kid says, great. And what's the kid's qualification for running the solar farm? It's pretty simple. They love sun tanning. They love spending time in the sun. Well, solar farms are in the sun, and I spend time in the sun, so I must be able to manage a solar farm. Obviously, you get the analogy. There's no connection between spending time in the sun and running a solar farm. And there's no connection between your kids or just some young person spending time on Facebook and knowing how to build a page, get interaction, get people off the page, and use it for business purposes. And this is one of the big mistakes that I see people making all the time. Okay, so we've covered all of the things that I wanted to talk about. We talked about not needing 5,000 friends. We talked about the importance of creating a page versus a group. We talked about, sure, you can tell all your friends about it, but that's not probably your ideal customer. So it's not the best thing to do. We talked about ignoring what Facebook says over here because you're going to pay through the nose and you're not going to get the best advertising that you can possibly get. We talked about pulling people off of Facebook, just using Facebook as lead generation or to send people, to send traffic to your site, like we saw on the Pitbull page over here, where the guy was linking out with a video to pages like this that have AdSense ads on it. And we talked about how just because somebody spends a lot of time on Facebook, it doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. That's just like somebody who spends a lot of time in the sun and would be running a solar field out there. Okay, and we talked about using the Power Editor and how the Power Editor is one of the keys for really taking advantage of Facebook. It's a bit of a pain. One of the beautiful things about Facebook is that they make things incredibly hard. The support is terrible, and everything is complicated, and you can easily screw things up. And why is that great? First of all, that's great for me, because many times when I teach people about Facebook, they say, listen, can you just manage my Facebook advertising for me? Can you just take care of all this for me? And thanks to that, I've actually started a business where I'm doing Facebook advertising management and helping people to manage their Facebook advertising and marketing on Facebook. But it's also good for you and me, because the higher the level, the barrier of entry, then the less people will use it. Facebook currently has almost 1 billion people on it, and just in the United States alone, it has something like 100 million people on Facebook. You've probably heard of American Idol. Let's bring that up. Let's bring up an image of American Idol over here. Okay, American Idol. American Idol, oh, not doing so well on the Internet Movie Database rating over there. I personally don't watch American Idol, but I do know about American Idol. And there's something like 20 million people that watch American Idol. Now, that's for a couple of times a week, and I think it's an hour or something like that each time. But on Facebook, you've got 100 million Americans, and we're just talking about Americans. Worldwide, we've got almost 1 billion people spending an average of 1 hour a day, wasting time, looking for distractions, looking to talk about the things that they're passionate about, like golf clubs, like pit bulls. And that means it's a great opportunity for you and me to tap into that audience. And like I just said before, the more complicated it is, and it's an unfortunate thing that it's so complicated, the better it is for you and me. Because once you learn how to use this stuff on Facebook, you can tap into something that other people are scared to do. And that's one of the beautiful things there. Okay, so now I wanted to share a parting word with you. I promised at the end of each session, I would leave you with an inspirational thought. So this is a picture of the I should say that again. The Lubavitcher Rebbe. This is Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, who is personally my Rebbe. He's no longer alive, but when he was alive, I had an opportunity to meet him. And I'm going to tell you a story about Reb Zusha. Now, Reb Zusha is not the Lubavitcher Rebbe, but I figured it couldn't hurt to have a picture of the Lubavitcher Rebbe here. So the Rebbe Reb Zusha, he was one of the great Hasidic Rebbes, and he lived about 150 years ago in Eastern Europe, most likely in Poland or the Ukraine. And the Rebbe Reb Zusha would walk around with 2 pieces of paper in his pockets. One piece of paper said, "I'm nothing but dust and earth," and he would put it in one pocket. And the other piece of paper said that the whole world was created for me. So how would this work? When he was feeling down, he would pull out that piece of paper that said, the whole world was created for me. And it would uplift him, and he would say, everything was made for me, and everything was made to help me live up to my fullest potential, and it would give him strength. And sometimes when he would be too proud of himself, and he would reach too high of a place, he would pull out the other piece of paper that would say, I'm nothing but dust and ashes, nothing but dust and earth. Remembering that we're all here for a limited amount of time. That when we're here in this world, on this earth, we have to take advantage of it, we have to make the most of it, but to remember that our lives are limited, and what we do in this world only lasts for so long. So when you're down, remember, the whole world was created for you. And when you're getting too haughty, too proud of yourself, remember, nobody's going to remember what you did 1,000 years from now, most likely. So thank you again for being part of this session, and make sure you go to the MakeMoneyOnlineShow.com. That's where I'm blogging regularly. I have an amazing video there of the talk of the science of getting rich. Here, why don't I bring that up over here so you can see that. The MakeMoneyOnlineShow.com. And you'll see when you go to the site, there's this nice little pop-up here. Just fill in your first name and your email. Click here and you'll get instant access to an amazing video on the science of getting rich. It's a talk that I gave to an audience of over 100 people. And actually my wife told me I should take down this video because I sell copies of it for $100. And I've been selling them pretty regularly. And if anybody finds out that I'm giving this away for free, they'll be really pissed off and they'll want their money back. But for now, I'm leaving it up. And if you catch the session in time, make sure you go to the MakeMoneyOnlineShow.com. Here, I'll bring that up over here. The MakeMoneyOnlineShow.com, and sign up for that free video. Thank you again, and I look forward to our next session together.